Hi, in this video we are going to look at a scenario where we are going to see intelligent uplink selection using policy-based routing into action. Let's look at the scenario first. As you can see, this is the scenario that we have a firewall which is connecting our intranet to the internet through two different ISPs, ISP A and ISP B. What we want to do is that we want to send traffic from the president's office and the marketing department. We want to send the traffic through ISP A, and we want to send the traffic of the R&D department through router B or through ISP B. Probably because the link to ISP A is a high bandwidth link and the link to ISP B is a low bandwidth link but a low cost link as well. So that's probably why we want to distribute traffic accordingly. So whatever our requirement is, we can implement policy-based routing, or we can use policy-based routing for implementing that requirement. So in this case, we're going to forward president office and marketing department traffic through ISP A and R&D department traffic through ISP B. We are going to look at this implementation or this configuration using both graphic user interface as well as the command line interface. But first, let's take a look at the command line interface and then we will look at the graphic user interface. So skipping on to command line interface. In the command line interface, first of all, we configure appropriate IP addresses for different interfaces. As you can see, this is the interface connecting to ISP1, this is the interface connecting to ISP2, and this is the interface which connects us to our intranet. We configure different IP addresses, the relevant IP addresses to the three interfaces. Then we configure the two zones, the trust zone and the untrust zone. Our intranet is on towards the trust zone, and the internet, both the ISPs interfaces are configured in the untrust zone. This is the interface which connects us to the intranet, and these are the interfaces which connect us to the two ISPs. So these are in untrust zone, and the intranet interface is in the trust zone. After that, we configure the security policy. We name the security policy as policy sec trust untrust. We include the source zone trust and the destination zone is untrust. This is for traffic moving from trust zone to the untrust zone. We want to, the action is permit. We want to allow the traffic that meets the source address condition of 10.1.1.0 and the subnet mask of 24, which means that any traffic coming from our intranet is allowed to pass through from trust to untrust zone following this security policy. This is basic firewall configuration, assigning interfaces to different security zones and then configuring security policies to allow the traffic. Now we come to the configuration related to policy-based routing and IP link. We enable IP link check, then we configure two IP links named PBR1 and PBR2. In PBR1, we define or we configure the destination at 10.10.1.2, which is the IP address of the gateway router, and this is the outgoing interface which is connecting us to the gateway router towards ISP1, and this is the destination address for the router 2, which is the gateway router for connecting our firewall to ISP2. So IP link is for checking the connectivity or checking the reachability with both the ISPs. This is an important feature which we need to enable on the firewall to make sure that our firewall has reachability to each of the ISPs. We are going to use this IP links PBR1 and PBR2 when we are implementing policy-based routing in the next slide. So here is how we configure policy-based routing, or here how we implement policy-based routing. We configure a policy-based route by using policy-based route command, and in this policy-based route we configure two rules with certain conditions. There is rule name PBR1 and then we have rule name PBR2. So these are the two rule names which we configure one by one. First, let's take a look at rule name PBR1. We give it a description. The source zone is trust. The track IP link is PBR1, which we configured in the last slide. This is the IP link which we configured previously. Then the two user groups which we want to allow using this policy rule, this rule number 1, the user group marketing and the user group president for president office and marketing office. And the action is policy based routing egress interface this gigabit 1/0/2, and the next stop is 10.10.1.2, which is ISP1's link. 10.10.1.2 is the link connecting us, or the IP address of the router connecting us to ISP1, which means that anybody who, all the traffic that matches this condition coming from source zone trust and belonging to one of these user groups is going to be forwarded through this next stop. Similarly, rule name policy PBR2, if the traffic is coming from source zone trust and belongs to the user group research, it is going to be forwarded through the next stop router, which is connecting us to ISP2. So in this way, we are going to forward traffic either to ISP1 or to ISP2 based on the source of the traffic, whether it belongs to the marketing department or president's office or the R&D department. Now let's take a look at the same configuration using GUI. The configuration is pretty much the same. First we configure the interfaces and their IP addresses. Then we configure the security policy as is shown here. The source zone is trust, the destination zone is untrust, and this is the source address which we want to allow, and the action is permit. This is basic firewall configuration. Then we configure the IP link, give it the name PBR1, and then we allow or define the destination IP address and the outgoing interface. This is exactly the same configuration which we did with the command line interface earlier. And then this is how we configure the policy based routing. We define PBR1. What we are going to do is that we are defining the source zone, which is the trust zone. Then we are defining the two user groups, and then we are defining the outgoing interface and the next stop and linking the PBR with this. So this is how we configure policy based routing using command line and by using the graphic user interface. And if we want to troubleshoot, we can do the troubleshooting using these steps. First of all, we check whether the basic firewall configuration, including the IP addresses and assigning IP addresses to different trust zones, is that done, to different security zones, is that done correctly. Then we have to see that can the traffic be forwarded between security zones, which means that the security policy implementation is correct. Then we should be checking the IP link configuration, and finally we should be checking the policy based routing configuration on our firewall. Once all this is done, then this means that our PBR configuration should work on our firewall and traffic should be forwarded through different ISPs based on our policy requirements. So this was all about intelligent uplink selection. I hope you understand the basic concept of intelligent uplink selection and you should be able to use it in your networks. Thank you.